Hi folks, how are you? Recently, I finished reading this book, Tales of Norse Mythology, and I was just so inspired by all the gods and goddesses in this book that I kind of want to do some makeup looks that is inspired by them, because each of them, they're represent different elements of nature, they do different things, all that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I was going to start with Odin because All-Father, of course. There are some things that I've ordered to do the specific look for him that hasn't arrived yet. So today we're going to start with Freya because the weather has been beautiful outside and Freya represents beauty and love, so that's what I'm feeling. Before we start, let me just give you a little bit of a rundown of who Freya actually is. Freya, the goddess of love. Freya, the fair northern goddess of beauty and love, was the sister of Frey and the daughter of... I don't know how to pronounce those two names. She was the most beautiful and best beloved of all goddesses. She is queen of the Valkyries. Although goddess of love, Freya was not soft and pleasure-loving only, for the Asian northern races believed that she had very martial tastes. She was therefore often represented with corset and helmet, shield and spear, the lower part of her body only being clad in the usual flowing feminine garb. On the next page there is like a little description of her appearance. Freya, the golden-haired and blue-eyed goddess, was also at times considered as a personification of the earth. The prettiest plants and flowers in the north were called Freya's hair and Freya's eye dew, while the butterfly was called Freya's hen. This goddess was also supposed to have special affection for the fairies, whom she loved to watch dancing in the moonbeams. Freya also possessed a very valuable necklace, and she loved like glittery adornments like earrings, necklace, yada yada. So I have a necklace today, for once. Freya is actually my favorite northern goddess, mostly because she had a chariot of her own and is pulled by cats. What more can you ask for in a goddess? That's sort of about it for Freya. There are also a lot of other stories, and I love Norse mythology. It's one of the reasons that I went to Norway for exchange, and in conclusion, Freya is gold hair, blue-eyed goddess, and she is very beautiful. Everybody wants to go after her. So in my mind, she sort of have a very ethereal, alluring kind of look. Well, I don't have blue contact lenses, so I bust out the lightest contact lens I have, if you can see. Yeah, they are a little creepy, to be honest. I'm not used to seeing myself like this. Just a little disclaimer, this is not supposed to be a Freya cosplay. It's actually just an inspired look. Perhaps after this look I'm like a Asian version of Freya. And I also have these braids in, so hopefully we get a little bit of wave and volume after this look. First of all, I'm going to prime the face, of course, and I'm using Dynamite. But I think I'm going to do the eyes first, so I'm just gonna let the primer sort of sit on the skin and absorb down a little bit. I'm going to prime my lids using... okay, it's too glary, but it's the Aviation Eye Primer. You can probably see it already. When people are priming their eyes, a lot of the time they forget the lower lash line. Let's zoom you guys into the eyes. Because we want to create a more like ethereal look, I am thinking about greens and grays and just very pastel kind of look, which is quite hard. I don't have pastel eyeshadows. So I just put myself into some sort of difficult situation here? We shall find out. Oh my god. I'm kind of scared because I actually don't know what I'm doing. Serious. So first of all, I'm taking my own palette. These are some single eyeshadows that I collected on my own. And I'm going to take these sort of pinkier shades because beauty and love. Of course it's pink. I'm gonna get like a small brush like this. So this is sort of a warm pink kind of shade. Just to, you know, set down a base color for the whole look. Next, I'm going to take a deeper pink shade, and I'm using the Jackie Aina palette and choosing Supreme. This shadow is very pigmented, so I'm only taking like a tiny little bit, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to move it closer to the lash line. So Freya to me sort of gives a very warm kind of sense, and because she's also like the goddess of earth, right? So I feel like she's very earthy. Did I say anything at all? She is very earthy, and I don't want to use very loud colors or very cool colors. I just want to do something that is warm, but you know, very kind of ethereal like, but then with an edge, because she is a warrior, constantly flicking it up, and also hair. And we're also going to deepen it a tiny bit more with a deeper pink. And for this, I'm taking my own palette again. I'm taking this shade on a pencil brush and just move it like right on top of the lash line. Using the previous brush, I'm just going to blend it out. So now we sort of have like a nice gradient on top. I'm going to throw in some shimmer. Today we're going to use trust issues because from all the stories that I've heard of Freya, I feel like she will have trust issues because people betray her all the time. And yeah, I'm gonna take trust issue. I'm using a flat brush and I'm gonna wet it. Using my finger now. See? So right now it's sort of like a green gold color gradient to like a light pink. But I feel like I need to intensify the pink a little more. It's disappearing. I love trust issue. I love this shade. This is such a cute, like, you don't really see the gold until you just turn, and I think it really suits Freya. You never know which side to look at her because she's beautiful on all sides. My camera cut off, but basically what I did was just adding more of all the pink shades that we have layered so as to deepen it and make it more vibrant. I just finished my base and I'm going to move it back to the eyes, and as you can see, after I put on my foundation, I cut a sharper edge here, and then I'm going to connect it down to my lower lash line. Again, I'm going in order with the 3 pink shades that we used in the beginning. So first of all, it's a warm mid-tone pink. And then I'm going to go into the mid-tone pink and then the darker pink. For the darkest pink color, I think I'm going to take like a angled liner brush and I'm going to draw a wing for that fierce edge. Oh, and I'm gonna wet the liner brush. Ooh, I'm feeling this. I really like it. And now we're going to clean up the shimmery area. My own trick to clean up messy shimmery eyeshadow is just to take a fluffy eyeshadow brush, take some loose powder or pressed powder, any powder, and just try and clean it up. It usually does the trick. It's sort of a bit more clean right now, and I'm gonna pack on more. This time I'm not going very heavy-handed. I'm just gonna fill in some gaps that I've missed or some things that I've blended out. Alright, looks pretty good to me. And now comes false lashes. Today I'm again using these random lashes that I got off Amazon. I actually got them in 2 styles. One of them is like those Adele wispies that are concentrated on the outer corner, and the other ones are these very natural ones. Again, very wispy, winged out on the outer corner. Just want to give that feline look because Freya has her chariot pulled by cats. It's just my dream. I'm going to stack them together, literally, and so they look a bit more full and concentrated on the outer corners. And then I'm just using mascara. It's actually the Inika Long Lash Mascara, but I changed it into the glossy mascara one because I like it so much. So now I'm just blending my real and fake lashes together. I feel like it's mentioned in the book that Freya has always been drawn a parallel to Venus, which is the Greek? Is it Greek? Another goddess of another mythology of beauty and love as well. and I do find that quite similar. So now that we have lashes on, let's zoom you back out and move on to the face. So for Freya, of course, she has to be glowy. No excuse, she has to be glowy. So I'm using the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia highlighting palette. Pick the most beaming highlight there is here. I'm taking Forever Lit, just want to be actually beaming, so everyone on Earth and in Valhalla, is it how it's called? Valhalla will be looking at my face. Oh shit. This has like a bluish kind of tone to it. Crap. Normally I would be so amazed by this, but it just does not match the pink on the eyes. So I'm gonna go for like a pinky colored kitty cat. I'm going to just blend out the shade so that is not as apparent. Okay, better. And now we're going to use a pinker shade. That's kitty cat. Setting spray. All glow up, and now moving on to blush. Again, I'm using my Suns and Stars. I just feel like this kind of shimmery peachy blush will give a very youthful look, just as what Freya would be, young forever. Oh, I should have used the Forever Young highlighter in the palette. Anyway, and I'm focusing it quite high up the cheekbone so as to create that very youthful, glowing, blushing look. That's that with the face. I'm not going to do any contouring or bronzing because I feel like I used darker foundation, so I already look kind of bronzed, and I don't feel like Freya would have very strong facial structure. If you have too strong of a facial structure, it almost looks too masculine or a bit not as youthful as you would like. So yeah, I'm skipping that. To bring a little bit of softness back to the look, I'm using Dose of Colors. This is the collab with Desi and Katie, and this is the color My Me. And before that, I'm just gonna use a lip liner. This is the NYX lip liner in Sand Beige. Such an OG. Oh my god, this is actually lifting. I'm just gonna fix this off camera. I have a new pimple this morning. Of course, Freya wouldn't have any pimples, but I'm only a human being. So this is pretty much the look, and I'm going to let the hair out. So it's not very curled, but it's just have a little bit of body to it instead of being that straight. To add a little bit more to this look, I got these springy kind of quite dramatic earrings. I love them. They suit this look quite perfectly. Ignore the pimple patch, please. That's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoy this look. I am kind of obsessed because I didn't think about doing the pink wink, but I did it and I love it. I also really like how it sounds. Pink wink. I feel like this is going to be a series, and I'm going to just go through a few of the more popular Norse god in this book according to their description. Yeah, let me know if you like this look and like this video, and if you do, give it a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!